Sarah, we got to go. Sarah, we did it. We did it. Oh, my God.
I'm shot. I get it. You guys are scared.
No.
It's kind of
It's
cute.
just the
I'm
pepper
not
thingy.
scared.
It's not the
You should have just said. You should have just led with that.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another Outer Banks video if you're new. Now, this is going to be the review for Season 2 of Outer Banks. If you're a fan of Outer Banks, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Outer Banks, you get them. Now, I just gotta say, first things first, man, we need a Season 3. Straight up, we need a Season 3. Goddamn, this show is so good, man, in my opinion. It's one of the best shows to hit Netflix in 2020, man, for real. This show is so good. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, man. It's a straight adventure, a thrilling ride. And the entire time, you're like, damn, what's about to happen next, man? Like, your heart's racing, beating so fast, like, whoa, seriously, did that just happen? Like, that's how you be acting through the whole show. Now, I will say that the show started off kind of slow in the first season. Like, of course, it's not going to start off just action-packed as hell. Like, the build-up was great, man. I watched Season 2, and I loved Season 2 so much that I went back and rewatched the entire thing. I started Season 1 over again. And then I watched Season 2 again. So I watched Season 2 twice. I mean, this show is that good. But we gotta talk about how much I hate Ward and Rafe, man. I hate these two characters so much, it's not even funny. It's like they win all the time, no matter what. In this show, you want them to lose so bad, but they keep on winning over and over again. And the characters that we like so much, man, Pope, John B., Kiara, and JJ, man, they all lose every single time. It's like, damn, can they get a win? I know for a fact, though, in Season 3, if there is a Season 3, I'll keep my fingers crossed. I know they're gonna win, man. They have to. For once, they have to win. Like, in this season, you know, John B. and Sarah, they were chasing that gold again. That's what the whole first half of the season was about, because John B. was still wanted for killing Sheriff Peterkin, even though he didn't do it, man. We know that Rafe did it, and John B. was wanted. There was a $50,000 bounty on John B.'s head. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of people out to get John B. if there's $50,000 on the line. And it turns out that that guy that saved Sarah and John B. on that boat when they got in the accident, it turns out he wants to turn in John B. and Sarah, man. He wants that $50,000 reward. One of his crew members on board on the boat give him the paper, and they're like, look at this. So they're after John B. and Sarah like the first whole episode. And then they form an alliance with these people, man. And Cleo is one of the people as well that was on the ship. And I gotta say that I love Cleo, man. She's a new character, and I love her so freaking much. Let me just say, she better be in Season 3. She better be. But Sarah and John B. form an alliance with Cleo and Terrence. They try to take the gold from Ward's vacation house because that's where the gold's being held at. John B. snuck over to the house and seen that it was in the safe. Or at least that's what he assumed. Now when Sarah, Terrence, Cleo, and John B. go over there, you know, Sarah doesn't know the combination. So she keeps on guessing, and John B. says, yo, try your birthday. So she tries it, and there's the gold. And Ward gets notified that somebody's on the property, so they have to try to escape because the security shows up to the front door. And it's just a roller coaster ride, man. This episode and the next, and all the episodes this season is a straight roller coaster ride. So they end up escaping. I'm not going to tell y'all how. You know, if you've seen it, you know how they escaped. Terrence and Cleo took Ward's boat because they got the keys from Sarah. Now, after all this stuff happens, John B. and Sarah meet up with Pope, JJ, and Kiara in Charleston. They did not expect to run into them. Pope, Kiara, and JJ were in Charleston handling some business. Pope got a letter from a Limbri. Turns out Limbri wants this key that is in Pope's family. Pope knew nothing about this key. He didn't even know it existed. He goes and asks his dad later on in the season. His dad tells him that it looks like a key that his great-grandma used to wear. So he goes and talks to his great-grandma, and he ends up finding out that he's related to Denmark Tanny. And it's just a whole bunch of stuff, man, that leads up to them trying to find this cross, this gold, and all that, man. Like, the gold that Ward had is gone. Now they're on another mission trying to find a gold cross. It goes from one mission to the next, and it's just a straight roller coaster ride for the rest of the season, especially when they end up finding the cross. They end up going on a wild goose chase, but they end up finding the island room eventually because Limbri shows up to the Camerons, and Rafe takes her up to a room that had a hole in it because he punched the wall, and he's like, "Is this what you're looking for?" And she says, "Yes, tear all that wallpaper off." So she tears it off, and that's the island room. Apparently it gives you clues and stuff like that as to where this cross is. And Sarah ends up showing Pope and the gang the island room, and they start putting two and two together, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff, man. They get into trouble. Kiara steals her parents' truck, and Pope crashes it. It's just so much stuff that goes on in this season, man. Like, I can go on and on all day and night about what went down in this season. I mean, we had car chases. We had boats blowing up. We had John B getting attacked by a gator. We had all kinds of fights. We had Sarah almost dying from a gunshot wound. Like, they did a lot of fake outs in this season. We had Pope almost dying from bee stings when he was in the church and he was up on the ledge trying to pry off the wood. He got bit by a whole bunch of wasps. And there was just fake out after fake out in this season. Like, we really thought Sarah was dead when she got shot in the Bahamas. And Terrence sent John B and Sarah to his doctor, and the doctor was doing everything he could, and Sarah wasn't waking up. So John B was freaking out, throwing stuff, and then Sarah ends up waking up eventually. And then we had Ward. Supposedly he blew up on the Druthers, the boat, but really he didn't get blown up. He faked his death, and he did it to clear Rafe's name because Rafe went down for the murder of Sheriff Peterkin. But Ward admitted to everything on tape. He said that he killed Sheriff Peterkin. He said that he killed Gavin. He said that he did everything, and he put the blame on himself, and then he faked his death. This would get Rafe released from prison, and it did. His plan worked. And then in the season finale, we see that Ward faked his death because Rose tries to get the entire family together so that they can escape on the coastal venture. And this is the action-packed episode right here, man. The season finale, episode 10. This is where things really get real. Like, Rafe and everybody get the cross on this ship. And Pope thinks of a plan to get him and his friends on board. He shoots some propane tanks and blows up something, and it allows them to sneak into these containers, and then the containers get loaded up onto the ship. And the last episode is just action-packed, man. They're trying to hide in these containers. They're trying to get out, and they're trying to get this cross back. They try to take control of the bridge. Pope runs into Cleo, and Cleo doesn't know who he is, but she ends up finding out that he's with John B and Sarah, and she's happy to hear that. At first, she was fighting Pope. She wanted to turn him in and stuff, but once she seen that John B and Sarah were on the ship, she was happy, and she was helping all of them. Now, I really like the fact that they kind of focused on Pope this season. Like, Pope was the main focus of season 2, in my opinion. It was a lot about him with Denmark Tanny, you know, his family, his heritage, his history and stuff like that. I really liked all of that. And then at the end of the season, we see all of them on some island, and I guess this is where they're gonna be at least until season 3. Everybody's putting up missing signs, like everybody's parents, because they've all been missing for days. But they're trying to plot and plan how to get this cross back. They're trying to do what they can to get what's rightfully theirs. They're tired of losing. They just want to win. Now, I don't know how the relationships are going to go next season, because we know that Pope and Kiara tried some stuff this season. You know, they slept together, they kissed a lot and stuff, but they remained friends because they're better off as friends, I guess. At least that's what they said. I really like Pope and Kiara together though, so I hope they make things official next season. Or maybe they'll make JJ and Kiara together next season, because it seemed like that's where they were going with those two. And they might make Pope and Cleo together, and then of course John B and Sarah. I don't know, we just gotta wait and see. And then at the end of this season, man, there was a surprise. Big John Rutledge is alive. We seen Limbri go to see him, and he says that he'll help her, but she has to help his son, talking about John B. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I thought that there was always a chance that Big John could be alive, but I wasn't sure. But it was a crazy season, man. I can keep going on and on. I really love this show. It's one of my favorite shows on Netflix. What did you guys think of season 2? Did you like it as much as me? Comment your thoughts down below. What are your theories, thoughts, predictions, and everything else for season 3 if there is one? Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Outer Banks content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.